welcome to ET Now Startup Central, India's first and only daily show dedicated to startups and entrepreneurship. I'm Chandra Shrikant, joining you live from India's startup capital, Bengaluru, and let's take it then to the top headlines on this edition of ET Now Startup Central. Flipkart is betting big on artificial intelligence and machine learning to really help it hold an edge over Amazon. That's the word coming in from its CTO Peeyush Ranjan in an exclusive interview to ET Now. And on our weekly funding meter, we tell you who raised how much and also the key trends that's really buzzing as far as funding is concerned in this weekly funding meter with Venture Intelligence. IBM has unveiled its mobile-first iOS garage in Bengaluru, an extension of the partnership that it struck with Apple in 2014. The facility will serve as a platform for building mobile apps for IBM clients around the world. In a big push for its online marketplace, Paytm has entered into a strategic tie-up with Future Group. This will enable users to shop for Big Bazaar merchandise on Paytm Marketplace and get it delivered to their homes. Fitness technology startup Goki has expanded its online platform to include preventive healthcare services. The bouquet of new services comes with a new wearable device, which will also have a payment feature integrated. Let's take it then to our top story, and we have a big and exclusive voice right here on ET Now Startup Central. We are talking about India's largest e-commerce player, Flipkart, and Krishna caught up with its CTO, Peeyush Ranjan, to really understand what Flipkart plans to do from a technology standpoint to hold an edge over Amazon. Now, Peeyush Ranjan is betting big on machine learning, artificial intelligence, and he also spoke about developing a mobile application that will be much more useful and optimized compared to the Flipkart app. Let's listen in to what Peeyush Ranjan had to say.
One of the things which we realize is that there are a billion problems to be solved in e-commerce which are unique to India, right? Because India is a very unique country that way. And as we go solve these problems, those will result in technologies which otherwise have not been built for the world. For example, earlier, when in early days of Flipkart, right, we went and did cash on delivery, right? It had not been done before. We built our own logistics network in the country. So similarly, we have a series of such technologies. Most recently, for example, we realized that mobile applications are very big and very bulky, and people usually don't want to burn that much data to download. The mobile applications are always outdated and so on and so forth. Instead, we came up with technology like progressive web application, which is, you go to a website, flipkart.com, so long you're going on the right browser, you will not see the difference between what a mobile application is and what a website is. Mm-hmm. You can install an icon on your home screen, and from there go, and it'll work offline, it'll give you notifications, everything. And 4 kilobytes over 10 megabytes, right? And Indians love that.
Flipkart plans to leverage, new technologies like, say, machine learning, artificial intelligence, etc., etc. What is Flipkart's technology push on those fronts?
So we are very big on that front. As a matter of fact, Flipkart's mission says transforming commerce in India through technology. So all these new technologies which you're talking about are core to what we do. For example, if you search on Flipkart and you say, I want white shoes or black shoes, there are 90,000 sellers we have which are uploading 40 million products onto our catalog. It's machines which actually figure out this is a red shoe and this is a black shoe. They even figure out this is a shoe versus this is a shirt. And all of that stuff is done through computer vision. That is a good example of technology which we build.
Will you also be looking at, I'm asking this question on the basis of what exactly is Flipkart doing to, enable customers better. So will you also be using what is the upcoming trend, that is chatbots? Will Flipkart, is looking to leverage on chatbots as well, keeping in mind the kind of competition you are witnessing in the market at this point in time?
Yes, absolutely. I think we will be very bullish on the whole conversation aspect. If you remember, we launched this product called Ping. Now, it was run as a pilot. It was saying user-to-user chatting. What we found in Big Billion Day is that when people were buying high-end products, they were actually using that a lot. And the same product, if people talked about it with others, was selling 6 to 7 times more likely than if they did not talk about it, right? They were likely to convert much more. So, but that was the platform. Now we are using that platform to start with seller chats. So we have already piloted seller chat. There are sellers, a set of sellers.
In terms of data analytics, Amazon seems to have the edge so far because of its global playbook and et cetera, et cetera. What exactly will Flipkart do in the space of data analytics, sort of, counter Amazon?
See, Flipkart is about serving the Indian customer. If there are a billion unique things which are unique over here, we have to go solve the problems, right? When we go and build e-commerce and there is no way for me to deliver this box to you in a remote tier 3 town in Bihar, we will figure out how to get it there. Now, going back to the data analytics as a question, all the unique things which data can be applied to, we will apply it over there.
There's still a lot of debate around mobile versus desktop. Where do you lie?
We lie wherever the users are, So users, again,
I'm asking you from a strategy point of view for Flipkart.
So, strategy point of view, I am not actually being facetious. I'm telling you the truth. If the users are coming to a particular endpoint, we want to be there. We want to serve them, right? Now, India is a country where mobile is where a lot of users are coming. So we are there. We are building sophisticated technology. I just now gave you an example of progressive web applications. Yeah. But it doesn't mean desktop is something we don't care about. We have recently refreshed our entire desktop, and it is built on the same progressive web app kind of technology which we had built for mobile. So mobile is moving the needle in the country for everybody. But desktop is something, if users go there, we are there.
A lot of interesting insights coming in there from Peeyush Ranjan, but I guess the one that stood out is Flipkart lies wherever its customers are. I think a lesson that Flipkart learned after it became too heavy on mobile and it didn't really work out, which is why he's talking about a web application now which will occupy much lesser bandwidth. But moving on from that to our weekly funding meter, thanks to Venture Intelligence. And if you look at the amount raised in terms of VC deals, 7 deals were struck worth about $41 million. Just to take you through some of the top VC investments in the last week, HealthCart raised $12 million, Chaitanya Microfinance raised $7 million, and Ovum Hospitals raised $5 million. Outside of the VC universe, if you really look at prominent deals, Stellar Value Chain raised about $125 million from Warburg Pincus. So that's really the big deal coming there. But I guess the key trend to really watch out for is the amount of investment that healthcare startups seem to be getting in 2016. I think in last count, according to Venture Intelligence, at least 10 healthcare startups have raised funding this year. Will this last out, or is it again the herd mentality playing out? That's something that we will have to wait and see. But moving away from our weekly funding meter to another interesting story that we have here on the show, and we are talking about IBM and Apple, which have got their mobile-first iOS garage to Bengaluru, which basically means that if you're a developer, you can really leverage this to develop apps for IBM's clients around the world. Remember, this was part of a partnership that IBM struck with Apple way back in 2014, and they are now bringing it to India. Rahul caught up with a man who's really leading the charge as far as IBM Apple partnership in this regard is concerned, to find out how the India angle will be different and what developers can really look forward to here. Let's listen in.
As you know, our partnership with Apple is already 2 years. As a part of this partnership, we have developed more than 100 apps. They cover 15 industries, and we've engaged more than 2,000 clients. What we see now as a major need in the market is that our clients want us to deliver them full set of capabilities. They want us to be a one-stop shop for their whole digital transformation journey. And as you know, more and more enterprises are spending their budgets on mobile, on digital transformation, and they see us and this partnership to be of a close value to them. What we find now is that to deliver that full set of capabilities, a place like Garage, it's extremely valuable for them.
For over 2 years, you have had this presence in the US and now in Canada. What are the experiences that you've had, and what of that experience will you be bringing here to India?
We've had great experience and clients actually around the world. We've had clients across the geographies, including India. One of the biggest what we find in the market is this mobile apps, this digital transformation is essential to the enterprises. Second thing is that these apps are a window to the enterprise. It's a start of a journey. As a result, it's a very important for our clients to get the best of breed, and they find us to bring that to them. We are very unique in the industry, this partnership, Apple and IBM, to bring the best of breed devices, the best experience, the best design that IBM brings, development of the apps, integration with the back end. So we find this to be of high value. We have a lot of interested clients in this, and we are very focused on professionals. We are focused on bringing the best experience to the professionals.
While IBM and India have been betting big, IBM have been betting big on India, where do you see this sort of an investment that you've made go from here? Would you continue to focus on enterprise, offering solutions to enterprises, customers, and India as a market?
Of course, our partnership here is focused on enterprises and is focused on the professionals. At the same time, we deliver solutions for our clients across the board. And so when you get into a specific industry, we have a suite of apps that serves that industry. But if they want to build something custom, now that we have traveled this journey, we have a large arsenal of libraries, so that most of the time we end up building 30% and reusing 70%. And that positions us, again, uniquely industry, because now we have a catalog to start with that is tuned for industries, and it's designed with the professionals so that they see it as solving their problems every day.
All right. After US, Canada, and India, where next? Would China really be the natural extension, so to say?
We already have started in China, so that's kind of coming up. For sure, we want to be close to our clients in Latin America. Europe, already we have many clients, but we want to build also a garage capability in Europe. So you definitely want to see us covering the world map.
Away from that to an important partnership bringing together the retail and the e-tail space, we are talking about Paytm and Future Group, which have tied up, so you will be able to shop for Big Bazaar merchandise on the Paytm platform. Krishna Kumar caught up with Kishore Biyani and Vijay Sharma to really understand more about this partnership. Let's listen in.
I think Paytm, we have been in discussion with them for a little long time. Firstly, on the wallet side, how we integrate that. I think that's been integrated. It's now Paytm wallet is accepted in all our stores. Secondly, when we looked at their business model and their commerce business model, I think they are probably lowest in the cost of unit economics. And Big Bazaar is not a high value products which we sell, and the unit economics has to work. And since I think the unit economics of cost of acquiring a customer, the cost of fulfillment, and the cost of managing an enterprise is probably the lowest among all the players. We thought we should align with them, because unless you don't do a business at a particular cost, there is no sense, because there is no win-win for anybody.
So you are the anchor. I don't understand that. So in the Paytm mall, you are the, like in a Phoenix Market City mall, they have the biggest store is the Big Bazaar store. On the Paytm marketplace, you will be the biggest store over there. Talk to us about being the anchor store as far as the Paytm mall is concerned.
I think Paytm Mall would have, Paytm has a wallet which is a key of their product, and wherever any merchant establishment or a self-employed person who accepts the wallet has needs and requirement of products which we sell in Big Bazaar. So naturally they will come to the store and buy something. I think there will be an opportunity for us to sell FMCG, processed food, grocery items, and clothing and the general merchandise, everything to that customer. So I think it will be a very interesting thing, because they already have a set of more than 15 crore customers with them, and a lot of merchant establishments who have money collected out of Paytm which they need to buy for their household goods. For them, the cost of acquiring a customer is virtually already acquired a customer, in a sense. It's a virtually zero cost. And fulfillment, we have established ourselves as a logistic company. We have created a fulfillment centers, and I think we operate at a reasonably good cost. And secondly, we have stores in more than 250 towns to supply to the consumers. I think once we integrate this technology, we should be able to create probably a very low cost operation as a business.
All right. Any numbers you can throw at us at this point in time?
I think it's too early to talk of numbers, but I think since you have started the wallet, probably we'll become the largest acquirer of their money in the country.
We do treat it that one of those events in our life which will take a quantum leap for Paytm, because it's very clearly a very high repeat customer base, and we will be able to build a payment system for those who are coming in the stores. And at the reverse side, we will be able to bring the customers for Big Bazaar Future Group items on Paytm platform. So it's incredible. I think it is a marriage of size of people who are there.
Size of people, you said, Brother Kishore ji and you are of different sizes altogether. But I'm going to ask you this: what does it do for Paytm? Where does this take Paytm's business going forward? You do have a large customer base, which they will benefit from, and all your wallet customers will be, sort of led to spend in the Big Bazaar anchor store. And Big Bazaar is an anchor store in the Paytm mall. More importantly, this is Paytm's biggest foray as far as the marketplace that you've been talking about getting into is concerned.
Yes, you're right, and I think what we are doing is that we are building a marketplace where merchants and the partners, like the anchor mall anchor customer that we're talking, Big Bazaar will be, customers get trust when they know they're buying from someone whom they know. In this world, the e-commerce is reaching from a discount-led business model to a assortment-led business model, and then now the service-led business model is where it is headed. So when you know you're buying from Big Bazaar and you can go back in a Big Bazaar and can replace, you have a different level of trust. And when you're buying and it can be shipped to you tomorrow morning, you have a different confidence with it. So we are really excited that what we built at today with Paytm's marketplace, we will take it really to a next level.
All right. Also, we're having this discussion on a day which is less than 24 hours since the GST was passed. I cannot help, but I'm going to get back to the anchor, store in your mall. But for now, talk to us as one of the leading startup players in the country. GST is becoming a reality. Finally, it's sinking in. Talk to us at this point in time. What are your thoughts at this point in time?
I'm really happy that government took such extraordinary effort to get this GST passed. India is considered to be one market, and now today it is reality. And people, I read newspapers today and I found out some of people are saying there will be overhang of operations and elements like this. But I think there is an extraordinary amount of plus that even if it carries a little bit of pinch of salt, even an ice cream has a pinch of salt, in case you know this. So I think it is just the correct thing that has happened to this country. Partnership like these get fruitful and lot more valuable because now Future Group will be able to serve these customers from a different inventory, and there will not be an issue of one entry tax and other entry tax. So it's incredible. I'm so happy that it has happened, and kudos to everyone involved.
No concerns when it comes to the GST rate?
Absolutely not. I think if you look at India's tax collections, I'm happy that service tax exists. I'm happy that GST exists. I understand that it costs in direct way, but it is exactly what is giving India growth. I mean, government needs money, and this is the better way to get money than those money that people hide in tax filing.
That takes us then to the final story of today, and we are talking about fitness technology startup Goki, which has now expanded its platform to also include preventive healthcare services. Remember, so far it's been more of a fitness coach, but with this new offering, they will have a new wearable device, and they're also planning to integrate a payment feature in this. I guess fintech and health, the two hottest segments coming together as far as Goki is concerned. Krishna again caught up with Goki's founder Vishal Gondal to really find out about the potential that this new wearable will have. Let's listen in.
What we are trying to do is integrate various fragmented services into one. If you look at the entire health spectrum, there are many companies working in each verticals, and as a user I'm confused who's my doctor, where do I get my reports, what my coach is telling me, what my fitness band data is all about, what my blood reports are. So there is so much data and so much information fragmented. People are confused because everybody is giving them a different advice. So Goki's business model is to analyze data and make sure people get actionable insights. So what we are doing today is for the first time announcing one platform where you get a wearable, connect it to a coach, connect the same wearable and coach to a doctor. You can get your blood reports and other diagnostic reports in. We are launching what is called a health locker.
And you also have tie-ups in the healthcare space as well, for Axis Banks for payments, and you are an integrated preventive healthcare mechanism. So you've tied up with healthcare players as well, right?
Absolutely. We are announcing two tie-ups, one with ThyroCare, wherein we have data level tie-up. So if you actually take a test, the data of that test flows back into the Goki system, and as per your permission, you can share it with your doctor, your coach, or whoever else you want to. Similarly, we are also announcing a tie-up with Max Hospitals, wherein once again, based on the Goki doctor's recommendation, if you need to see a specialist or look at any medical intervention, the Max group comes in, wherein data can once again be transferred there.
What is the kind of, say, increase in volumes of customers that you expect with this Goki 2.0? If I may, it's really taking Goki to the next level, isn't it?
So basically, we are getting to a new segment of customers. Previously, customers were just tech geeks or people who wanted to try these gadgets. But now we have people who are going to come from disease management. So people who are having diabetes, cholesterol, we become an excellent platform to manage that. Payments is another platform. So what we are, and of course there is blood report, diagnostics, etc. So we are basically increasing the user base to segments who never thought they would be getting into a wearable ecosystem.
Now that you're increasing your range of services to a whole, to an extremely wider range of services, does it also mean that your subscriptions also go up?
Absolutely not. It actually goes down. So our 3-month plans, which were typically about 2,400, will be now available for less than 2,000 rupees. So we are also disrupting the price. But our whole goal is we want people to make sure that they are having the right data and the right insights, and that's what our platform is.
By the end of this year, where do you think Goki will be? 18% market share now? How much will you take it up to?
I would say that there is no reason why we shouldn't be in the 30 to 40% range in terms of market share. And I would say from metric, what is important to us is customer renewal. For us, what is not important is...
It's not GMV.
It's not GMV. It is about you signing up and then retaining on our system. Currently, as high as 60 to 70% do that, and they continue on the platform and renew their services. We want to take that number to 80 to 90%.
That brings us then to this edition of ET Now Startup Central. Here's hoping you enjoyed the show. Have a good weekend and keep it with ET Now.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.